Yo guys, I'm back with another Inside the Mind, and in today's episode we're going to be looking at build up. How to build up from any and every single situation. But before we get into the video, YouTube has told me that 80% of the people watching my content are not subscribed. I just hit 1.1k subs on YouTube, and I'd like to make that a little bit more. So if you've not subscribed already, make sure you do. So we're actually going to get into our first clip here. In this game, I'm already leading 2-0, and all it is with this area is patience. In this instance, the guy, look, he's clicked circle. He's ready to attack me for no reason, and all I've done here is made my Hansen go on a run. As she goes on a run, all I have to do is stall for time, be a little bit patient, take my time with the pass. I double tap triangle, and then from here again, same thing. Play a lot backwards, one pass into my striker, stay composed in front of goal, and it's a simple goal. However, if we looked back to this moment exactly, there's two things I could have done. I could have tried speed boost in between the centre back and left back, or made Hansen go on a run and just stayed patient, and that's exactly what I did. Because he realised he needs to drag his left back in one direction, and as long as I'm confident enough to try and keep the ball, it's simple from there. Drag the player back, one pass in, straight to my patelas, and it's a simple goal. So we're going to have a look at this example of build up from the back. The main thing about building up from the back is just patience. You need to be able to control the game and control the pitch. In this instance, I'm just waiting. I'm buying time for this exact pass. A first time through ball. If you don't know how to do it, learn how to do it. So I was actually trying my best to set this up perfectly. The reason I play a lot Patelis and move her backwards is to move that Hullet. Hullet doesn't know what to do in this situation, right? Does he follow my Hansen and let her run wide, or does he follow the player lock pass? And look, because of that, I drag him completely out of that middle area. That middle area is the most dangerous area for player locks and first time through balls. And that's exactly what happens. One pass in, first time, and then again in front of goal. It's all about composure, keeping your head. I wait for hesitation. He moves the keeper one side, I shoot near post, and it's a simple goal. Okay, so another thing I wanted to look at is build up when you're in and around the halfway line. This is one of the easier places to score a goal from. I know that sounds silly, but it genuinely is. In this instance, I've made Taram go on a run. And I don't know if you've been watching my other videos, but if you haven't, give them a go, give them a watch. And look, it's a very, very simple thing. All you need to do is time the pass into the cam to pass first time over the top to your Turam. And that's exactly what I do. I stay patient, wait for him to just about break the line. And then from this situation, there's a little bit of patience, play a lot backwards, green time, finesse into the back of the net. If you actually pay attention to the clip properly, I'm setting it up from this very instance. I make that player lock just so he can move his centre defensive mid, so I have a bit more space with my Hansen. And then it's just patience, making sure the right back's in and around the right area. Ping pass into the cam, first time over the top. That's not very easy to do, I'll be honest, but it's a trick that you learn slowly. You keep trying it. You have to try it out. And that's the only way you're going to learn how to do it perfectly. Keep trying it until you perfect it. So here I'm going to show another example of what you need to do in terms of build up from the back. In this instance, I've won the ball very back, like almost in my own net. And all I've done is, if you pay attention to the top of the pitch, I've made my written go on a run. Now, this gives the guy two issues. He needs to focus on the run, but he also needs to focus on all the other players around. And if I fast forward ever so slightly, you can see he's moving his Declan Rice in that general direction, which means I have an easy pass straight into the middle of the pitch. And now from here, like I mentioned in the last clip, it's all about patience and timing. All I need to do is delay long enough for her to be able to just about break the defensive line, and all I have to do is time the pass, and that's exactly what I do. First time straight through the centre backs, green time Chavella across goal. I'll show you again. I literally win the ball back in my own box, and it's a very simple situation from here. I need to know exactly where and when I need to make players go on runs, and that's what I do. I stay patient and make sure that the left mid is wide open. Because everyone's using 4-2-3-1, the wide spaces the left mid, right mid occupy in the 4-2-3-1 are very free. It's easy goals, and genuinely, look, it's a little bit of patience and timing. Keep up with the game pace, and look, it's an easy goal. But listen, that doesn't happen without hours of practice, I'll be honest. Okay, so in this clip, I'm going to show you another example of playing out a little bit deeper in your own half. The main premise behind it is you need to be making people go on manual runs and constantly player locking. Both are very difficult skills to master, but look, in this instance what I've done is I've player locked my Dembele out wide and I've clicked L1 facing my Yamal so he makes a run. And now look at what this does. He doesn't know what to do. Does he keep tracking the run forward with Dembele, or does he fall back and track the Yamal? In this instance, I have two options. I can either go forward and try finesse across goal, or I can drag Yamal back and have an easy cutback option. That's exactly what I do. I stay patient one pass backwards, stay patient in front of goal. Look at who the guy has selected, his right back. People cannot keep up with gameplay like this. I've given him a dilemma. Does he go backwards or forwards? And from there, again, it's just patience in front of goal. You need to get player lock in your bag. Like, genuinely, pay attention to this clip. I do it 3 times in a row. I player lock to Patelas, I player lock my Dembele, and then I player lock my Yamal later in the scene here. Player locking backwards, fake it, one pass in, take my time in front of goal. It's so simple. But again, that's high level gameplay. This is the difference between you and rank 1 players. You need to be able to do stuff like this. It's such an important part of the game. It's an aspect where people overlook it often. Having the ability to fake a player lock is absolutely amazing. You literally give someone a dilemma. Do I track the run forward? Do I track the run backwards? There's so many issues that it causes. Okay, so here's another example. In this situation, there's so many people that are just going to try bomb into that gap, try speed boost into that gap. And in this situation, you just have to stay patient. What I did there is I did the L1 dribbling that would allow me to boost into that space. But now look at what I've done. I've compacted the game so much that he doesn't know what to do. There's so many options in the middle. However, what I do from here is just, listen, it's all game sense. I make my Theo go on a run. And again, like I've mentioned before, from here, it's all about patience. Wait until he's about to cross that defensive line. And look, again, just like the last clip, player lock your attackers. It is so important. I player lock my Williams backwards. And now again, it's patience. Wait for my Theo to break the line. And then what do you think I'm going to do here? There's one of two things. I can step forward and shoot across goal, or I can player lock my striker backwards and shoot across goal. There's 2 options. Realistically, that's the only 2 options that you should be looking at. What do you think I'm going to do? Player lock backwards, simple goal. Pay attention to what happened to the centre back. He doesn't know what to do. He's caught in no man's land. He stays in the middle because he doesn't know if I'm going to cut back and pass to Dembele, or I'm going to step forward and take a shot. He has to cover the shooting angle because it's an easy goal. But like I said, it creates a dilemma. You need to make the defender think, because the second they think, they hesitate. No one in a game of FIFA can think fast enough to be able to cover 2 angles perfectly. And even then, it's a 50-50 situation. Create as many 50-50 situations as you can. Okay, now we're going to look at literally, like quite literally, the easiest way to score a goal. Once you break the defensive line and you're down the wing like this, I can guarantee you can score an easy goal. All you have to do is make sure you can pass backwards to 1 DM minimum. And look at this easy goal. Play a lot my DM just like that. Look at where I've gone from. I've gone from the corner flag pretty much to where Dembele is inside the box on the penalty area to score an easy goal. Let me show you that again. Literally, all I do from here, pinged pass backwards, and then it's simple. You just stay patient. There's nothing more you need to do. Stay patient in this area, pass backwards, pass to your DM, pass to your second DM, pass to your striker. This is exactly why I keep saying you need to have pinged pass on your DMs. It is so important. Even me, I play with my left mid and my right mid with ping pass because of situations like this. I pinged it to my first DM, I pinged it to my second DM, I pinged it straight into my striker, and it was a goal. 4 passes is all it took for me to score a simple goal. Okay, I'm going to show you another example of why you need to be making players go on manual runs a lot more often. In this instance, I've done an L1X pass with my Hullet, and from there it's literally just patience. I pass out wide, and look at Hullet's hand is out, right? That means he's making a run. And from there, like I said, just stay calm, stay composed. Make sure you can pass to your striker to do the first time through ball in behind the line. And that's exactly what I do. And then from there, again, in front of goal, it's just composure. You can't really teach composure in front of goal. It's a simple thing. You either have it or you don't, I'll be honest. But there are certain things that you can do to get better composure. So here's another example of basically the same goal. Make your DM go on a run, stay patient, one pass to your striker, and then look the in behind, and then from there again is patience, across goal, simple trivela. Realistically, there's nothing anyone could do to stop that. Even if you offside trap, most of the time, you can't stop it. It's unbelievable. But I'm telling you, you need to learn to make players go on manual runs. Okay, so this is how I do my kickoffs. Usually, I pass it to the cam, and then I make my left mid go on a run. As the ball is going to my left mid, I make my left back go on a run. And look, in this instance, again, like I said, it creates a dilemma. He's had to drag that right back out. Look at how far that right back is out. And you've got an overlapping left back. And in this situation, stay composed. Don't rush anything. And I've explained it before on my TikTok. You see that box, that line that the box has. The second you pass that, the centre backs jump deep into the box, and then the DMs have to jump into the box as well. So in this situation, it's just about patience. Look at your passing options, one pass there, and just take your time. Toy around with it. Low driven, of course, up top is the most important thing that you need in any game. Any striker, left winger, right winger, you need low driven and finesse minimum. And again, here's another scenario. Get past that line, one pass back, take your time here, pass to the striker. Simple, absolutely, absolutely amazing goal. Okay, obviously I'm joking, but it's so simple to score these type of goals. All you need to do is stay patient. I'll show you another example of why it's so important to play this ratty playstyle. Listen, there's no shame in playing like this. The second you go out wide, you've almost won the battle. All I have to do here is force the ball wide and then look. I'm not even looking at Rashford. I could have passed to Rashford, player locked Son backwards, player locked into Hansen and scored a simple goal. But why would I do that when I could score a goal like this? 2, 3, 4 passes, one pass in, finesse shot. Why would I go through all that effort to player lock and player lock and player lock when I could just pass it around? I'm telling you, it is such a simple strategy and you need to add it to your game. I'll even show you another example of me forcing the ball out wide and then looking patiently for passes inwards. And look, it's so simple. I'm telling you, if you can add it to your bag, you've already scored 3 more goals than you would on average every single game. It is such a free goal. All you need to do is stay patient, force the play out wide and cut back. It is the rattiest thing on the planet, but who cares? A goal is a goal. Okay, well that's the end of the video. I just wanted to say a big thank you for anyone that's made it this far. Also, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribing to me. Also, jump on my Twitch. I do stream there practically every single day whenever I have time. I do give out as much advice as I can, help whoever I can, whatever you've got. Team reviews, you've got a situation with multiple players in a certain position, whatever it might be. I do my best to answer to everyone. And also, make sure you follow me on TikTok for more videos just like this in shorter form. Take care, guys.